Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Space Engineers. And if you remember from last time, we've done this little bit of a drill out here. I've placed another drill on the side here ready to go. I want to put another one on this side, but I think we've got a little bit more to take out here. Now we don't need to worry too much about collecting stuff, so I'm just going to right click and pull all this out here like so, just so we can get enough room for the drill. That might go in. I think we might need to put a little bit here. So hopefully we can see a little bit more done today, because obviously we've gonna go in slightly off. Go now. Looks like not. Still a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong button to press. Go. Yes, hopefully this episode we're going to see a little bit more done with our thing. Oh, that should give us enough room, hopefully. Okay, what's holding it up now? Oh, you are joking. That little teeny bit there. Is that going to work now? That's all that it was. I'm going to be pissed. Try collecting it from the right. Yeah, it was. Putting it in. So we're starting to struggle with storage as well now, because obviously we're building a lot of stuff. We're getting a lot more stone and stuff like that in. So obviously all this stuff here does take up space, which we're going to start struggling if we don't decide to get some storage going. Now storage is one of the harder things because we need cobalt for it. There are a few things we can do to kind of like offset that for the time being. One of the ways that I did pick up one is using welders. I didn't pick up any. Try again. Only steel tubes. And well, obviously I don't want to go too much on this one because then I won't be able to access this here. There we go. We should have all of our steel now. So that gets that up to there. We're just missing a little bit of the steel plates. I'm not too worried about that. Now, one thing I will come out on, which is what I mentioned earlier, was about these batteries. Now, I did place some batteries on before I finished on the last episode because I wanted to store up some of the energy. And that's exactly what it's done now. You can see it's now up to nearly maximum here. We are using a lot of that power in this system, but we have it available now, which is what I wanted from these 3 windmills here, which is perfect. Because now I can continue doing what I want to do. Well, that was another windmill then. I thought somebody had creeped up on our space. Obviously, with having this second one built, we should hopefully be able to see a little bit of space in this area here. We can start thinking about actually building a floor in and maybe going one higher up here as well. Stuff like this should be happening. I mean, so we can start looking at that once we get this hole drilled out here. The other thing we can start thinking about with having some of the resources is actually putting the small drill heads and maybe doing it that way. I want to avoid using the small drill heads because there's a couple of things that we may struggle doing. Getting components through them is one of them. And yeah, there's still a lot of work that we've got to do here, but we'll have a look at it. We'll see what we've got next. I may just basically place I don't know. I'm honest, I don't know how I'm going to go about this. I'm gonna get this. We'll get this section done first, and then we'll go from there. What's the hold up? Basic assemblers not getting the resources it requires. No, because we've got no iron. So let's go ahead and let's get the 2 drills set up and on. There we go. Now we're getting some resources. Bloody noisy. Let's get the piston and we'll reverse it. Can't reverse it too much because it's going to hit there on that side, so we'll just have it so it's a little bit Build 2. Excellent, so we're seeing some stone here. The iron's going into the assembler, so we're starting to see the components as well. We really can't push too far here. Probably about as much as we're going to get without causing damage. Oh, sandstorm outside. Yeah, it's about as close as we're going to get, unfortunately. Need some steel plates. Need a lot of steel plates. So what I'm going to do, which I didn't really want to do, is I'm actually going to grind down this middle one to then build the first one, because we just need the resources, unfortunately. We're still short on steel plates. Sandstorm's pretty nasty. Not get ground to a crisp without steel plates. There we go. We got enough there now? No. The other problem I've got as well is that's actually connected to the drill bit. Okay, that's a definite problem there. Sick of being stuck on that. So we've got the drills, but we've got no way of transferring. So I'm going to set the drills off. Drill 3 on. Turn the piston out. But we're going to have to move it manually because I've just took out that middle piece there. This sandstorm is pretty hefty. It's on the underground apparently. There's nothing above us. Okay. It's going to hold a fair amount, which is good for us. Go ahead and place that there. Can we get to that? Yeah, we can get to that. That's good. So I'm just going to place that on in my bag. Move it over to here. This is definitely not ideal for us. But what I can do now is I can start welding this back up. Plenty of room on these drill heads, so we're not got that to worry about too much. It is getting stuck on these plates here. That might be due to the fact that it is a drill head. And see if we can get some more of the components. Go. More stone. This is, as I say, not the best of ways to do it. But it has a purpose. We're going to get some serious stone here now. And this should hopefully give us a bit of room to do something now. Now we're looking on the other side. About 8k stone. We'll pop over to the other side as well. That up there. Obviously, the only problem we got is we can't get across without getting round to riverines. Keep an eye on that there. So here, so as I said, this is a bit of a faff. This. Right, go. Steel plates. Gonna need a lot of steel plates for this. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this carry on. We're going to fill up these drill heads. This one's at about 25% full now, just under 25%. So when it gets to nearly full, I'm going to pull both back and then we'll empty both into the refinery. And hopefully we can get the full drill heads, the 3 drill heads done and ready to go. Obviously we're going to need to move them because this drill is going to be pretty much complete from where it is. Saying that, we might have a bit more to go. We'll see how it goes. You see, it's making it a bit wider now for us to do some stuff with. This is going to be our tunnel entrance. Nicely done, and then we can start thinking about making it a bit wider, a bit taller and stuff like that. We're probably the right depth, I think. Maybe a little bit deeper. Still quite shallow at the moment. So we might actually look at going lower rather than higher, which might be good for us. But we'll have a look at that once we've got some more space. But for now, we'll pop back and I'll just see you all shortly. And welcome back, everybody. And as you can see, we've now got our first piece of drilling complete. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to place a hinge on this here. And then hopefully get that hinge to give us a better angle at basically setting up our... I've decided I'm going to go further down. That's the wrong hinge, so we're more than likely going to have the wrong amount of stuff in. Place the hinge down. Is that going to be... matter? It's the right angle at least. Let's go ahead and weld this hinge up. Again, this is going to be a couple of phases because we've got the hinge to now. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the hinge, I'm going to get the drill, I'm going to drill to about a 45-degree angle. We're then going to groove out the 45-degree angle. We're then going to set up a little bit of a system here. Basically have it where then it's going to be static up there and it's going to drill downwards. And it's going to basically carve out everything between that 45-degree angle and up. Because at the moment I can't basically set up this, so all I'm going to do here is I'm going to literally just have it go to a 45-degree angle. Then we can get the drill piece in properly. And actually, do we need to do that actually? Just thinking here. If I set this up now, we might be able to actually set it up a bit better. Let's give that a go. I don't know if I've got enough room in my inventory for all of this, but we'll give it a go. Getting close to our inventory. That we've managed to do that. That's not a problem. Right, let's get our conveyor. Want a junction here. Then I'm going to place a conveyor on top. Make some small steel tube. Get some small steel tubes from our team here. Production. Need to set you there. We got some small steel tubes. Sorry. Tubes. There we go. Perfect. Alright, let's just get on top if we can. We're going to struggle to get on top, so we'll just go ahead and do this quickly. Rotate you like so. Don't want to waste the hydrogen because we haven't got much of it. Short some mortars. Get some mortars. Excellent. Oh. And then I'm probably going to put the hinge on the end of that if it go. It will go. Excellent. Now we're straw on everything. Go ahead and get some construction components. Don't know what else I was short on. I missed it. That we're going enough there. Perfect. Okay, so that actually isn't going to work for us because... Go ahead and... But even though it fits the main piece, it won't put the head on the... Control panel, hinge, catch. Add... Oh, we can actually add small head. I want to go for the large one here because... Oh, I do not want to be doing that. Okay, that's the hinge on the perfect line. Let's set the hinge to... Current angle is... The lower limit. I want to set the lower limit to about 45 degrees. Negative 45. 45. Upper set 5. We're gonna want to velocity is 1. Let's go in the wrong way, reverse it around. And then velocity is now set to 0. Perfect. Right, so that should give us enough room for our piston and drill head, hopefully. Piston on. Don't need this for now. Let's get rotated around. So that's the piston on there, and the drill head needs to be there. Need to bring it up slightly. Let me connect. Go from this angle here. Hinge. Reverse the hinge. Velocity is 0.5 and up like that. And where's my hinge lock? Hinge lock. That's as low as it's going to. No, just slightly miss. Space. Go. We've got enough room. Perfect. We've got enough room for all 3 drills. Nope, we do not quite have enough room. Hopefully when we start drilling with our first one, we'll get the room. Okay, right, let's get this welded up. Then I don't break anything and detach something. And we've got everything available as well, which is nice. Okay. Now, this might be a roundabout way to doing things. We could have done it by hand, but realistically I wanted to do it like this because, well, one, it's kind of a fun, cool way. We're going to need 2 components. 2, it also means we can set up a bit of a larger system to make massive tunnels and stuff like that, which is what I'm aiming for. We have no computers at all. Look, sure. How do we have no computers? We do have computers. Right there. I'm an idiot. Looking at the wrong thing. Computers. Definitely struggling for storage, so we're going to start to think about some storage space here. Let's see if I can get a welder on. Well, welder there. Welder there. I'm going to need a battery for it, so let's go ahead and... Right, so if I... make some space here. Go. That might be enough, might not be enough. Not quite enough there. Well, wait, just the corners here by the looks of it. Go, that might be enough now. Not enough. What we're short on, it's what's there? Here we go. Check out all the corner. Go. That should be enough room now. Yep, there we go. That's enough room there. I think we'll be 4 construction components off being able to complete this. Oh, no, it's allowed to do it. Okay, excellent. So we've got inventory space here. How much does that hold? That holds about 15.5 litres. That's not as much as what the drills hold. However, we're hopefully going to be able to put some components in there, like so. And what that allows us to do is free up some of the space in our assembler, which is obviously struggling at the moment. Loads of space there. Massive difference between the assembler to the welder. Let's get the drill head on. Go. Lock is on. Let's hopefully it's going to clear us enough room here. So let's go to our hinge. Hinge lock. Reverse. Okay, that velocity needs to seriously go down. 0.02. Should do us. Reverse. Lock. Now reverse again. Bring it back up. We're certainly going to need some room above us at some stage. I'm not too worried. That hinge speed is now even too slow, so 0.05. Okay, that'll do there. Get it as high up as we can get it. Don't know if we're going to get the drills in there. Let's see if we can get them in. Oh, yes, we can. Excellent. Can we get the other side? We can't get the other side. It's just slightly out of scope. We'll do some manual adjustments. See if we can now get it in on that angle. We can. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and just charge ourselves up so we don't die. Okay, while we're at that, we'll remove everything out of the build planner because we've already got them all. Let's place two drills. And then place a drill into the build planner. There we go, perfect. Got enough charge there, so let's now try and take out. Production. We got some production going here. Let's make sure we've got the production going. Steel plates. Oh, withdraw steel plates. Still crafting the steel plates, which is good for us. Okay, while that's doing that, let's move this hinge down slightly. So where's our hinge held at the moment? So it's on -20, so we can get it down to about -45. That'll be good for us. Hinge lock. Looks like it's not going anywhere. Looks like it might be because it's stuck on the floor there. So let's just go ahead and place the hinge lock back on. Sensor, hinge lock. More steel plates. Perfect. Okay, second drill on. Okay, right. Hinge block. Feel like it's going the wrong way around. Reverse it. Switch it down like so. There we go. Good angle there. Gonna be good for us. Come on, steel plates. Gonna be a very good angle for us, this. We need about another 72 steel plates, and that should be everything we need. Okay. 55 steel plates. We've got steel plates in our survival kit. What are we doing to ourselves? Get them there. There we go. Okay, there we go. Right, let's get the third drill on. Excellent. All three drills are now on. It's creating that nice little gap there, which is good for us. Let's go ahead and see if we get the hinge to go down a little bit more. It may not. As you can see, it's just jammed a little bit there. So let's reverse it. We're going to reverse and then lock. That's the wrong button. Looks like it can't reverse. The weight might be a little bit too much for it. I feel like it's going to catch here. Let's just go ahead and remove this here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, right, let's get out of the way of our drills so we don't squash ourselves. Right. It's not quite at the angle that I'd like it to be at, but it should be good for what we needed to do. Right, let's get the piston going. Velocity minus 0.5, so 0.1. Perfect. This should hopefully give us plenty of resources. Oh yeah, look at that. We get that fully up and running. Can we get our hinge to move at all? Our hinge lock, it is moving. It's dropped down further. What I want to do is I want to try and get it where it goes down, and then as it comes back up, it's going to skim the top and make this a much bigger hole. But I don't know if that hinge is going to take the weight of this. Still pretty cool though, and we're probably about the good angle there. Don't know if it's going to... I think we need it at 45 degrees before it's going to be useful for us, however. Alright, let's get all this out of the basic assembler. Into our welder storage for now. That basic refinery is going nicely. We are full up on our drills, so we'll get the piston to reverse. We don't waste all that nice stone. It's still going to collect for us, but obviously it collects at a much lower rate. See the filling up a little bit there. Let's just go ahead and turn this tensor there for that. Let's toggle the block off. Get the 3 drills to turn off. Right, that's going to be us for this episode. We're fairly set up and I'm liking it. I'm going to continue drilling this out, and when we come back on the next episode, we should hopefully have it all drilled out, ready to go, and we'll have our little kind of area going down into our new base. Took us a while to do it, but it's going to be worth the while, worth the wait, because obviously we're going to have a nice PvP safe base. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. Until next time, everybody, take care for now. Let me know in the comments section if you'd like to see anything special, or if you'd just like to leave your comments on what we'll be doing. But for now, that's going to be it. Until next time, everybody, take care for now. Bye-bye.